staying true to yourself means no matter what is going on around you, no matter who it is that you idolize or look up to, or what it is that you think that you want to do because somebody else is doing it, if there comes a point in time where it seems like things are too difficult, stay true to it if that's what you really, really want. You can work your way through anything.
Right.
If that's your ultimate goal. But
Dream.
if you hit one roadblock and you're like, I got a detour, that wasn't the path for you anyway.
The universe has a way of pushing you off.
Absolutely.
Young Drunk!
Welcome to another episode of Path to Possible. Today we have Calvin Diggs. I'm excited to hear his path. I talked about him way too much in the last couple episodes, maybe 4 episodes. I talked about it, and I told you, I told my wife I was gay for you, but
So I've heard.
definitely heard a lot about that after the episode. She was like, dude, you really gay for another dude? I'm like, no, I'm not. But you know what? I love him that much.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it was time to have you on this episode. So welcome to Path to Possible.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me here.
You got it. Hey, so let's hear your start. You started in garage doors, but you're going to end there, but you didn't do anything after a few years in the business. But let's hear what's going on.
All right, sure. So basically my story begins, if I can throw an age in, I guess around 7.
You're old.
We ain't got to that yet.
Yeah, I got you.
It's all good.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
So, all right. So my father, Calvin Diggs Sr., he had his own garage door business in the city of Philadelphia, where I grew up, West Oak Lane, uptown. So his story, I guess I want to start there first. So his story is he used to work for a garage door manufacturing company called Snyder Doors on Shelton Avenue. And while he was there was a gentleman who would come in and pick up doors, and he was currently at that point looking for help on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
And my father decided, hey, okay, I'll go out with you and see what I can do. And he actually learned to enjoy it and, did it long enough that he decided that he wanted to start his own business. Cool. I was born at about 6 years old. He had me out on job sites, man. And I was the gopher, go get this, go get that. And I guess around 7 to 8 is when I really started kind of digging in and helping them to install doors and do service repairs and that kind of thing. Now, sounds great, right? But I mean, at 7, 8 years old, I want to hang with my friends. I want to be out playing football and all that kind of stuff. And my father's at every waking moment, come on, you're going out on this job site.
So your dad hindered you from an NFL career?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make
NBA.
sure. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. NBA basketball.
Yes. Loved basketball.
Okay.
And yeah, up until probably the age of 14, I really thought that I could make it to the NBA. Spud Webb is my hero, man.
Hell yeah.
Spud Webb. Because I'm a short guy. So.
Not Muggsy Bogues.
Nah, he came later.
He came later.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Spud.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Because Spud could dunk.
I forgot you're old.
Yeah, thank you.
No, I got
Again,
you.
we'll get to that.
I got you.
So for me, it felt like a punishment to go to work with my father.
Yeah.
So I really resented it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had resentment towards what he did. I had resentment towards him in some aspects, not necessarily realizing what it was he was doing for me at the time. So when I was at an age where I could kind of, look, I want to figure my own thing out, I hit the road and just started trying different things, trying to find a different path because I felt like this wasn't the path I was supposed to be on.
And this is at age 8?
No, this is later on. So this is about maybe like 16, 17, when I'm getting ready to
Got it.
Graduate high school and, the world of opportunity is opening up and, people are telling me what they think I'd be good at. Yeah. I was told I'd be a great attorney. I was told I'd be like a really good like business manager,
Hmm.
you know, based off my personality and I guess the things that I knew. Um, Never garage doors.
Right.
Like in my mind, like
Yeah.
anything but that.
You have a persona about you that is very, very relaxed.
Mhm.
So a lot of people will probably be like, "You're good at this.
Mhm.
You're probably good at a lot of things,"
I
and
tend to
I
think so.
don't I don't doubt that.
Mhm.
Um, so when your dad was teaching you when you were younger,
Mhm.
how long were you doing it to what age?
Well, let me see. I really started working with him on a regular around the age of 11, 12.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
and from that age all the way up through high school.
Mhm.
And even I would say like age wise, I would say probably to like 20, 22.
Okay.
Because when I went away to school, like when I would come home in the summer or for break or whatever, I was in the truck with him.
Absolutely.
Around the age 23 is when I said, okay, this is it, dude. Like I want to find something else to
Mm.
do. Um, I tried a number of different things. I was good at a lot of stuff, but it wasn't satisfying to me.
Something had to happen during your time as an apprentice with your father.
Mhm.
When you went to work with your father, when you're 11, 12 years old, you have no idea what you're doing.
Mhm.
You didn't realize that you were getting paid. You didn't realize that there was a paycheck involved. You didn't realize the skills that you were manifesting in your brain.
Mhm.
You don't get that when you're 11 to 12 years old.
Right.
Um, so your father was doing you a favor.
Yes, he was.
Um, but when you went to college,
Mhm.
did you even remotely try to get a summer job as like as a garage door guy or okay.
No,
All right.
no.
So you were just completely out of garage doors.
I was just against it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you started going to work for a company,
Mm-hmm.
big business.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what you were going through when you were going through a different type of realm.
So I'll start with Eastern.
Hmm?
Eastern, the job I came from before.
Easter?
Eastern.
Oh, okay.
So
Eastern.
the job I was at, they originally were called Eastern Manufacturing. They
Okay.
make aftermarket catalytic converters.
Oh, nice.
It was a company based in Langhorne.
Hmm.
It was a family-run business. 3 brothers owned it, the Schaefer brothers. When I came on, 5 years in, they sold to AP Exhaust, which is a corporate conglomerate based out in North Carolina.
Okay.
Um, as a family-run business, it's great. You know, got yearly bonuses, and I mean, the pay was questionable, but
They took care of you.
yeah, they took care of me.
But there's
Exactly.
always a price when you sell out.
Indeed,
Mhm.
indeed. And corporate came in, and they just changed everything up, and it became a more difficult place to work
Yeah.
at. Now I had successes there. Like I was able to kind of climb the ladder a little bit. I made it up to being a supervisor of one of the departments there. Um, but again, it wasn't satisfying.
I was gonna say, I love the fact that you sat there and said that you had a lot of successes there,
Mhm.
but yet you still do not have satisfaction
Yeah.
in what you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you elaborate a little bit more on uh, satisfaction for success? Because success, I mean, obviously is defined differently by every person that we can even remotely talk about, but
hmm
satisfaction for success.
So typically people look at success, especially when you go to work for somebody as, like, as I said, moving up the ladder. So you come in and, you're just a grunt guy. You do this, do that.
Mhm.
And then you work your way up into sort of a leadership position. So I was able to work myself up into a team lead and then as a supervisor. And of course, with that type of movement, you get more money, which of course is the ultimate motivation at that point. Okay, cool, I get more money. But everything else that came along with that position was never explained. So as you get into that position, now you're finding out, okay, now you're not just coming to work and doing your job and then going home. Now you're coming to work, and then you have to make sure that your team comes to work on time and ready to work. And the ones who aren't ready to work, you have to figure out why they're not ready to work, and then how you can motivate them to work. Or should you just send them home for the day, right? And this is basically before I can even really start my day.
Yeah.
Right?
I was going to say, what was it? Big E that said, more money, more problems, right?
Yeah, indeed.
So they give you more money to take care of the crazy anxiety-driven type of situation that you're in as a supervisor.
Right.
And when you're a supervisor, you have to, and then they call you what? Uncle Tom?
I guess you can.
You're a traitor to the top.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely characterize it that way. Yeah.
And I can say that now because, Dylan, redheads are now considered black people, and I am one of them. And I can wholeheartedly say that I could say Uncle Tom.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I don't say traitor. I say Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just by the way, you were accepted way before the whole TikTok.
Oh, because thank you. Because the redhead, or I am a I am a day walker. I walk amongst them, but I'm not considered the actual true redhead. There's a little bit of my beard. There's a little bit of my hair. I'm able. It's like Walking Dead.
Well, you know what they say. It only takes 1%.
Yes. So I am always down with this shit.
Right.
And especially if TikTok's saying it, it's got to be true.
Of course.
So I didn't realize that I had an African American heritage to me.
Right.
We're getting off topic. You're gonna have to get me back on.
Man, look, I'm a guest.
You're a guest. All right. So hey, man, back to dealing with all the struggles with a corporate office like that. You never know what's going to come.
Right.
Even the people that you worked for, they're going to come in and they're going to now have to answer to the top. And you're going to have to answer to the top. And when they don't have answers for you, you're going to try to do your best to keep your team motivated to continue to work.
Right.
How hard was that for you to go into a changeover like that with a company? And like, what would you say to like aspiring people who are coming up and, everybody always wants the bigger ticket, the bigger meal, the bigger position. They want more control. If you can't control the upper management, now you have to get better at explaining that to the bottom. When they give you no answers at the top, you have to explain to the bottom.
Right.
You're caught in a really hard place. So what do you have for aspiring people coming up in a corporate world?
Compromise. Learn to compromise the goal.
And what's the goal?
So the goal, if you're looking at it from the management viewpoint, right?
Okay.
Their goal is we want to get as much product out the door so we can bring as much money in as possible, right? When you're in a leadership position of one department that, works towards the common goal of the company, you have to compromise exactly what management wants and what your guys want. And you basically have to work to meet in the middle because you have to keep those guys motivated somehow. Even though 95% of those guys might look at you sideways because they think you're in lockstep with management, right? And they're going to test you. They're going to, push and prod and oh, well, maybe we should do this to try to get you to turn away from management and just be on their side. When you're in that position, you can't take sides.
No.
You basically have to stay true to yourself. You have to take what management has given you and have that conversation with them. Okay, what is the ultimate goal? What are we looking for this particular week? Right? And then translate that to your guys. All right, listen, guys, this is what they're looking for. Here's what we can give them.
It's gotta be hard, being the middleman,
Mhm.
because you do have to keep motivation on the bottom level,
Mhm.
and you have to try to understand the top.
Mhm.
It's incredibly hard,
It is.
and because the top doesn't give you anything to talk about, they give you nothing,
No.
and when they give you nothing, all right, what am I gonna do?
Mhm.
What I want to ask you, what would be the best thing for an employee just starting out?
Mhm.
What could they be? To me, I have one word,
Mhm.
coachable, right?
Okay. Good word.
So it's a great word. It's a
Yes.
lot of things that, when, anybody that comes into the shop or anybody that goes into the bakery,
Mhm.
when they sit there and they have, baseball or football or soccer or any type of sport.
Mhm.
Oh, you made it that far? That means you're coachable.
Right.
I don't need, Messi cooking burgers over at the cafe. I don't need them chopping onions.
Right.
I need somebody who acts like Messi that is coachable and I can coach them.
Mm. Mhm.
So what would be something that you would tell somebody just starting out in a workplace? Because obviously, when you start at a workplace, or you get out of college, or you're just starting out at 18, right out of high school,
Right.
there's a lot of things that you have to understand the type of business that you're in,
Mhm.
right? You don't go in being the top dog.
Right.
You go in as a little puppy and be like, all right, they're either going to groom me to be a pup or a dog,
Mhm.
or they're going to do me for death.
Mhm. So
Well,
honestly, I really like that word, coachable.
yeah, it's a great word.
I won't stray too far from that, to be
Mhm.
honest with you. I think that's an excellent mindset to come into any job,
Yeah.
no matter what it is. I mean, if you start flipping burgers at McDonald's, like, be coachable. Because if you're coachable, that means that Dylan, run this clip. Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Right now I'm washing lettuce. Right.
Yeah.
Well, next I'll be on fries. Right. You know,
Oh,
Then I make it
well,
to you make it to assistant. Then the big bucks start rolling.
what was his name?
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson. Yes.
By the way, the only white guy on Coming to America's cast.
That's not true. There was a white guy in the barbershop.
That was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that was dressed as a white man. Yeah. Then we finally respected him then.
Yeah.
And then there was a taxi cab driver. So yes, don't go get all racist on me and all
Good
that.
pull.
You dumb fuck.
But yes, definitely being coachable.
Yes.
You don't want to go in to any job with the mindset of right off the bat, I'm going to be better than this guy. I'm going to be better than this young lady. You know what I mean? You put yourself in the mindset, honestly, to fail. If you come in humble and coachable, those who are training you will gain a certain respect for you, for your personality, for how you work, and they will basically see how to groom you to become better than them. What I was told is a good leader basically train somebody to be in their position.
Yes.
Right. So if you come in, like I said, be humble, be coachable, be open-minded, to what the opportunities in that particular job could be for you. That is what gives you that motivation to work for something better for yourself.
Now, I have to bring this up.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Okay.
Because when you come in humble
Mhm.
and you want to be coachable and you want to, get the mindset right,
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition.
No.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of edge
Mhm.
that you come in and somebody and somebody says, "Oh, you're going to be a runt for 10 years."
Mhm.
Challenge accepted.
Indeed.
See you in a minute.
Mhm.
And one of the things that we have at the garage is that your goal is to get beat
Mhm.
by Carl, J Rock, and Kelly.
Mhm.
And I think you've been beaten, but you're not down.
No.
Yeah. So I think a little bit of edge gives you some kind of like what we fight for,
Mhm.
right? When we go to work, it's a dogfight,
Indeed.
right? Sometimes it's a cat fight, but it's a dog fight. And you want to sit there and you want to be the next Dylan,
Mhm.
or you want to be the next Terry, or you want to be the next Mike Sage, or you want to be the next Calvin Diggs. When somebody shows up to a new job,
Mhm.
their eyes are peeled. They're like, where am I at?
Right.
Oh, I see him. Got him. That's who I'm going to beat.
Mhm.
I know what he's doing. I see what he's doing. You gave me a week. You done fucked up
Mhm.
because you are now going to see me come through.
Mhm. I'll tell you a story.
All right.
We'll go back to the muffler shop.
Now I dig it.
So this is a little bit more in detail about my successes, my rise.
Okay.
There was a gentleman named, so the department I worked in is called Direct Fit Setup. And basically what that job was, the tubing that is welded onto the cat or the main muffler and the catalytic converter, all of that tubing has to be bent, um, you know, reduced in size, expanded in size to fit into these little frames because everything has to be accurate in order for these pieces to fit properly on the vehicle.
Mhm.
So Direct Fit Setup, we were in charge of bending this tubing, right? There was a gentleman named Troy Williams who was the Direct Fit Setup lead at the time. He actually gave me my nickname, Digga, D-I-G-G-A. Yes.
At least, he didn't put the ER on it. Good
Yeah,
for him.
Exactly.
Racist prick.
So he and I, we got a really good rapport. And just like, you were saying, you kind of come in and you're like, got him. Like, I like that. I like what he's doing.
Yep.
Like, damn, I think I can do that. He had already told me that I was really good at what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much, I hooked on to it really fast. And he didn't know that I was really coming for him. I didn't make it known. I just kind of kept it to myself. And then one day I come to him and I'm like, dude, in like 3 months, I'm going to take your job. And he looked at me and he's like, okay, let's see what you got.
Digs that.
Yeah. I said, all right, cool. So I would watch him. I would shadow him. I would involve myself in some of the conversations that he had around the shop because he's talking to other leads and other supervisors.
And he allowed you to sit in on the conversation.
Yeah.
Good for, all right. Good for him.
Well, because at the same time, because he didn't want to be in that position anymore, which at the time I didn't know.
Yeah.
So is kind of a, like he's got his game plan.
Yeah.
I've got my game plan, right? Little did I know, like he made out much better in the deal than I did. But after a while, like he really sees me kind of putting forth that effort, and he's like, all right, I'm going to back this kid. And he goes to management, and he's like, I know who my replacement is going to be.
Yeah.
And boom, dude, within 3 months,
You're right.
I'm now set up lead,
Love it.
right? Progressing a little bit forward because this continues the story. So as lead now, the supervisor, his name is Keith Branton, like he's pretty much dug in. So now I'm like, I don't know if I can get that one, right? Now the maintenance supervisor, his name is John Bassler. He and I had got a really good rapport because now as team lead, I'm now communicating with maintenance about the machinery and what needs to be done, what needs to be fixed. He and I build a really great rapport. Then he says, I need a maintenance assistant. So they put out a, call to the throughout the plant, looking for a maintenance assistant. John's like, I want you as my maintenance assistant. I'm like, dude, I don't know anything I don't know these machines. I don't know hydraulics. I know tools. Like, but I don't know what the hell's going on. He's like, man, just listen, you come in, I got you.
Right.
No problem. About 8 people applied for the position. I was at the bottom of the list. And honestly, I found out later that management did not want me in that position. So part of the requirements is that you have to be able to know how to weld. All right. I don't know how to weld. This ain't for me. And John comes to me one day and he's like, dude, don't give up. Like, I'll teach you to weld. I'll give you a 15-minute crash course. You, with your skill, you'll be good. I didn't have the confidence in it. And I'm like, okay, like I'll give it a shot. But then the day comes up where they want to give me this weld test. And they tell John, you can't help him. Directly to his face, you cannot help him. Because other people know I can't weld. And it leaks back into the office. Right. So now they changed the rules. What they wanted to do, because when all this stuff comes together, the piping, the cans, the heat shields, the flanges, all this stuff, they wanted to build these carts, right, out of square tubing and mesh to lug all this stuff around, have every component in one cart. This was a brand new idea. So they say, for your weld test, I want you to build one of these carts. Okay. John comes to me. He's like, dude, I can't help you. Like, okay. I go over to Andrew, who was the welding supervisor at that point in time. Actually, I'm sorry. Actually, he was the lead. And I'm like, dude, they want me to build this cart. I need a really quick course in how to weld. Now, this is MIG welding, which is like the simplest form of welding. So he's like, oh, cool, I got you. I'll go into the booth. It gives me the helmet. And he's like, look, this is what you want to do. Point, click, follow the puddle. I said, oh, that's it? Said, yeah. Okay, cool, got it. Right, I go in, I cut the tubing, everything, get the measurements. I got the diagram. And they gave me 2 days to build this cart. I built it in 1.
He's still not right for us.
Dude, they fought it. They fought it. And John is like, what else do you need this kid to do?
Right.
Anything else he doesn't know, I got him, right? So they reluctantly give me the position because John was just in there, kind of going ape shit. Like, this is who I want, this is who I want, this is who I want. So they give me the job. And then they just throw it on me. All right, dude, we want like 6 of these carts a week. Like, this is all you're going to be doing. You're stuck in this welding booth. First 3 weeks is like, okay. And I'm knocking them out, man. I'm knocking them out. 6, 7 carts a week. These things are starting to pile up. They don't even know where they're going to put them all. John's like, yeah, damn all that. Come on. I need you to help me fix this hydraulic pump.
Okay.
I need you to go help me fix this welder, right? And I'm just like, oh, this is actually pretty cool, man. Like, Right on.
Right.
2 years. John gets fired. They're bringing a new supervisor. At this time, I'm pretty dug in with the maintenance, and I'm good. Money's good, actually satisfying.
Hmm.
So note that part was satisfying. Not being in one spot, seeing a situation, having to evaluate it, figure out how to fix it, and then the person that you're fixing that for is happy. That was the satisfying part to me.
Okay.
And then Keith Branton gets moved to the office, the supervisor setup. They need a new supervisor. Nobody wants the job.
Hmm.
So they offered it to me. Of course, with more money again. Now, when John got fired, I was ready to quit.
Right.
This job's not going to be fun for me anymore. By the way, during this time I'm in maintenance, that's when K Love joins the team. K Love was Carl, by the way.
Yes.
So at that time, me and Carl had kind of built up a rapport. He was in setup, and Carl's like, "Yeah, dude, take it. All right, cool. I'll take it. Right? But you're going to be my lead if I take this position." All right, cool. So I move into the supervisor position. Once I got in that position, dude, is when it felt like the heavens fell on my shoulders.
You started chewing paper.
Indeed. And I learned so much more about management and how they truly felt about me.
Right.
Whether it was my personality, whether it was the color of my skin, whatever it was, there was a lot of animosity towards me. I never lashed out. I never said, F these guys, whatever.
Mm.
I always stayed true to myself, and I remained coachable.
Right. I love that you said that. The color of your skin, being coachable, all that stuff. I think I'm very naive to understand that it still exists.
Mm.
I won't accept it
Mhm.
because I won't treat you that way.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm being selfish in that regard and thinking that the world is that way.
Mhm.
So I do sit there and I make a joke of it, and I do see certain aspects of it, but I also see a lot of people who use it in their favor,
Mhm.
which I don't like.
Right.
I'm not a fan of that.
Mhm.
I'm not a fan of anybody trying to use an advantage to get to where they want to be unless they are really, really fighting
Mhm.
as a dog.
Right.
I really want people to excel. I just won't go into the race shit.
Mhm.
That's not a thing for me. So when you get into corporate or you go into any type of business, don't ever, like, in my opinion, don't ever bring the race card to the table.
Mhm.
Because one, if it is because of your color, that's their problem, not yours.
Absolutely.
And it has nothing to do with what you're doing.
Right.
And it's the same thing on the other end. I
Mhm.
mean, you got, oh, well, they got the EEO, they're going to get there because of this. And it's like,
Mhm.
all right, well, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But are we going to bitch and moan about something is as petty as like you're not where you want to be because a black man took your position?
Mhm. Right.
Or a Mexican took your position, or a Chinese person took your position? It doesn't matter where you
Right.
get your position.
Mhm.
How did you get your position?
Right.
Did you earn it?
Mhm.
Like, if me and you were up for a spot in any company,
Mhm.
did you earn it? Because I would walk right up to you and be like,
Sorry.
"You good?" I would walk right up to you and be like, "You didn't earn that.
Mm.
You're a piece of shit. Guess what? I'm coming for you." And when I come for you, good luck.
Right.
Because I'll jump ahead of you if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal. When you got to garage door service company,
Mm-hmm.
there was none of that.
No.
There is no hierarchy.
Mm-mm.
What's the difference between a corporate company and a smaller company? And why take less money for a business that you don't even know is going to exist tomorrow?
Peace of mind.
Okay.
In a few words,
Yeah.
peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
In a corporate setting, you're not a person. You're a number. Whether it's a number on the assembly line or, a number packing boxes, loading the truck, you're a cog, right? And the hierarchy of corporate, they may see you physically as a person, right? Because if you're late, that person was late. If you're absent, that person's absent, right? But there's no connectivity there.
Mm-hmm.
And in a smaller company like ours, there's a connectivity, there's a relatability, there's a chance for everybody to show their personality and be accepted for that. Not based off of what you look like solely, but because of who you actually are. Like we get to measure you as a man or as a woman based off of who you actually are,
Mm.
right? What did Dr. King say? You know,
He said a lot of things.
he said a lot of
and
things.
you're going to bring up Dr. King.
Well, one specific, but judge me on the basis on the content of my character, not on the color of my skin, right?
Right.
Not in those words. I'm paraphrasing. But I live by that,
Right.
right? For everybody I meet.
Mm.
When I meet you, right, and I start to talk to you, I'm judging you on the content of your character. Now, if you come off as an asshole, then okay, I'll treat you as an asshole. It is what it is. But
Agreed.
It doesn't matter what color you are.
Yeah.
Right? Because they come in all shapes, and sizes.
And colors.
And colors.
Yeah, because some of us are white, some of us are tan,
Yes.
some of us are white,
Mm-hmm.
some of us are black, some of us are teal.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. But no, I definitely agree with you. I want to dive deeper.
Okay.
When you're going through your path, you lost your father,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You went off that path. You came back.
Mm-hmm.
And you're following up on his legacy, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And it saddens me that it's not Diggs garage doors,
Mm-hmm.
and but thing was is that you left the place as a snot-nosed kid,
You're right.
didn't know anything
Mm-hmm.
that was going on, but you knew 10 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to work for corporate douchebags,
Mm-hmm.
and you sit there and you're doing your thing, and you're like, I think my father would be proud of me. And I'm sure your father would be proud of anything you did,
Mm-hmm.
as long as the lights are on,
Right.
food in the fridge, food in the belly,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's having a great time during your barbecue,
Mm-hmm.
And you have that.
Right.
Then you go back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go back to a garage door company that you had no idea about.
Right.
2 months later, owner sells it, and you're like, oh man, what the hell did I just get myself into?
Indeed.
And you probably called Kay, and Kay was like, yo, don't worry about you. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And me and you.
Oh, from day one, bro.
Day one, we hit it off.
From day one.
We had a great conversation. And I'm really excited about that.
Mhm.
But diving deeper, there are certain things that push us to do certain things, right? Whether it's a family member passing away or a family member getting on a new diet or a new workout routine, and and your friends too, like
Right.
every outside influence, you're like, oh yeah, I could do that. I could do that. I got that.
Mhm.
Your sister passed away.
Mhm.
And I'm not trying to bring up bad things, but I want to know, I want to deep dive into this
Yeah.
because I think the audience should know, like, Kevin Diggs is not just doing this for his father.
Mhm.
He's doing it for his sister as well,
Mhm.
his mother,
Mhm.
his family. The Diggs name has meaning.
Right.
What happened?
So, um,
Should I get Dylan, get tissues real quick? I'm about to cry this motherfucker out.
Jesus Christ. So, um, I'll start there.
Okay.
I'll start there. 2016.
Yeah.
My sister Lorene, so I grew up in a family of 3 siblings. I'm the youngest of the 3. My sister Lorene, who was 11 years older than I am. My sister Patricia, who lives down in Maryland, she is 13 years older than I am. Right. So, and as you guys listen to this, you can kind of put the pieces together on why and how I became the man that I am, because all 4 of those people that I grew up with, my mother, my father, and my 2 sisters, have shaped and molded me into who I am. But my sister Lorene was like my sister older brother, right? She was a bit tomboyish.
Beat your ass.
Dude.
It's like, welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Yeah.
And his sister beats the shit out of him. So that was your sister.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I would have loved to see you get your ass beat. Fucking awesome.
So
Sorry.
no, you're fine. So of my 2 sisters, she was the one that I was closest with. Okay. Before she became ill, she and I lived together. I was helping her raise my nephew and niece at the time. And this is, before I met Kay. I actually met Kay as we were living together. Then, I moved out and moved in with Kay.
Fantastic woman for taking that on. So,
dude, listen.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about wives.
I can't wait to have her on the show.
Yeah. Later on in the segment.
Yeah.
But just understand this about Kay. That is my true tag team partner.
Yeah.
Okay, for real. Like, she's told me that. Like, if you're having a rough one, tag me in. I'm there. You can't ask for a better partner in life than that.
Yeah.
But a little after I moved out, we found out that Lorene had bladder cancer. And I mean, it really took us by surprise, dude, because she was fine, and then it just kind of dovetailed, dude. Like,
was it
quickly? It was rapid, man. The decline was rapid. So
you got me tearing up, bro.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good. You're good.
Dude,
I'm sensitive.
You really want a tearjerker?
No.
You really want a tearjerker?
Yeah. What do you got?
Kay and I were in the room the day the doctor told her it's only a matter of time.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. With her every step of the way. So a month before her 50th birthday, she passes away. During the time Lorene is sick and in the hospital, my mother gets ill. She's in the hospital. She gets the message, it's only a matter of time. A month after Lorene passes, my mother passes.
So your mom had to endure that and then endure another tragedy.
Indeed. And my father endures it all. Now, he's not doing well either, health-wise.
I was going to say, your father's alive during this time.
During this time, yes. A year after my mother passes, he goes.
Did did God need like a garage door and a woman to beat his ass and a woman to correct him when he was doing it?
I don't
Like
know.
you sit there and you ask God, like, what the hell did you put me through on this?
Mm-hmm.
But it only makes us stronger, right?
Indeed.
Okay.
You know, he only gives you, he's not going to give you more than you can handle,
Yeah.
right? And during that time, I just felt like I just needed to remain strong, not for myself, but for everybody else, right? And during that time, so many people are coming up to me like, dude, how are you doing this?
Yeah,
Like,
because you had a woman behind your back holding you up,
yes.
saying, boy, you're going to get right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting there like, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get right.
Yeah.
And then you go and do your thing off to the side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now,
And you still hold your sister around your neck.
my sister is right here.
I love it.
Her ass is right here.
I love, because I asked you, I said, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time me and you actually had a good conversation about your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I respected every bit of it.
Right.
I love that the fact that you carry your sister around.
Oh, every
I
day.
love the fact that you are honoring your father in what you're doing with garage doors.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're coming on here to tell your story.
Absolutely.
Because you got me tearing up. When you found out all these things,
Mm-hmm.
your sister, then your mother,
Mm-hmm.
then your father,
Mm-hmm.
did that change your path?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because some of the questions that I had in life prior to that started to make a little more sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always say, you know, he works in mysterious ways. Things happen in your life. You don't necessarily know why at that point in time. You don't necessarily know which way you're going to go afterwards. Not saying that at that particular point in time, it's like, okay, I got to get back in the garage doors. But certain things in my life at that point in time that I felt as though I can just deal with became harder for me to deal with. Basically having me question in my mind, there's got to be something else.
Well, one of the hardest things is that a lot of people think this show is going to be just about entrepreneurs or business owners. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's the path to possible. Like, you can have a path that is being a lawyer. You can have a path that works at a muffler shop.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a path to be a business owner. There is different paths that you can do. I'm sorry for your losses.
Thank you.
3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get as messed up as that.
Mm-hmm.
And the rock next to you now wants to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit. She was by me, right by my side. And now my rock needs me.
Mm-hmm. It's my turn.
And you are going to be the husband, the partner, the business owner, partner that she needs.
Right.
No matter what.
Exactly.
No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Because she didn't care.
Mm.
You guys were dating when your sister was dying. She was with you when your mother passed.
Mm-hmm.
She was with you when your father passed.
Mm-hmm.
She was with you when you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
And she was with you when you changed careers.
Mm.
And I'd like to talk about that right now.
Sure.
When you changed careers at the age of 42, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on now. I know you're old as fuck. I know you're old as fuck.
21.
We're not 21.
No. I'm doing the math, dude. Relax. 2021. November of 2021 is when I started with Mr. Carr.
Nobody knows when you were born, bro.
No.
So what were you, what age were you?
I'm doing the math. Okay. So I was
4 years ago. How old are you now? You were 40.
Actually, it was 43.
You were 43. Jesus Christ, you're that fucking old. Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God, I did not know.
I'll be 48 this year, man.
You're 48.
I will be 48 next month.
All right. I didn't know you were that old.
Yeah.
I don't.
48 is not old.
Hold on. I think I might get a kickback from the government for hiring geriatrics.
You should find out.
You prick.
I want 10%.
No, I dig that. But I'm going to find out what the geriatric is actually called in the government terms because I'm going to get some money off your ass.
Carl qualifies too.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Double bubble, man.
Yeah. The old fucks all stick together and y'all talk shit about each other.
That's what this younger generation lacks, bro.
But yeah. Some act right. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I could say that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But one of the things I want you to tell our viewers is making that move at, would you say, 48?
44.
44. Okay, yeah.
Thank
when
you.
you were still in your prime. Got it. Making that move at 44 as a career change.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, I mean, I had a hard time at 39 making that career change.
Right.
And making that career change, you just sit there, you're like, oh man, like I'm not expecting this.
Mm-hmm.
What are the things that helped you overcome that? And don't tell me Kay, because I know Kay's your rock.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Because there's got to be something more than just the wife that helps you get along. And trust me, our wives are always going to be the brunt of helping us get to that next level because they don't want a man that's a bitch. They want a man that is a man.
Right.
Hunt, gather, fix, help.
Right.
Fuck. Like, that's what they want.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got for aspiring people who may make that change or going into a business? Like, do you really need to, and I load questions. Dylan's going to make fun of me for this again. But I load questions up. So, what changes would you have made when you were younger, knowing what you would know now?
So ultimately, or just when I changed the career?
Hey, I ask you so many questions. You better answer whatever order you want.
All right.
I can't sit there and tell you an order.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the first question.
All right.
Okay. At the time when I decided to leave the muffler shop, number one, I believe I was 3 years too late.
Okay.
I should have left earlier. I stayed for my guys at the muffler shop.
Was it the right move?
To an extent, because still within that 3 years, I gained a lot of experience, right?
Yeah.
And not just talking about job experience, but life experience. But at the time when it was getting close, right? Like 3 months prior to me actually turning in my resignation and having these conversations with Kay. For me mentally, it was, if I'm going to leave this place at the age of 44, what am I going to do? Am I going to jump into another corporate boat and, because they give me more money or they have more perks, is that going to be satisfying to me? Can I do that for another 20 years? Or do I go back to something that I know, right? I kind of didn't really like it at the time, but I'm older now, a little more experience, have a little more knowledge about life, understand that I want to do something that's satisfying to me on a daily basis. Is that more important, right? That was more important. Because in my resignation letter and in the conversation that I had with the plant manager at that time, I basically told him, dude, I cannot do this for another 20 years.
Right.
I can't live with these daily stresses, man. You guys are cutting my lifespan short being here. I need to do something where I come home every day. And I said, damn, yeah, I did a good job today.
Yeah.
Right. So at that point, once that kind of clicked in my head, it was a no-brainer. But then the question was, how do I do it? Because I wasn't really familiar with a lot of garage door companies, right? My bubble was the city of Philadelphia. It was never Delaware County or Montgomery County.
Right.
So I didn't know about all these garage door companies that were around. So I'm like, look, I'm just going to go get a truck and some tools. My neighbor, Joe Wendell, he's a carpenter. He does contract work. He knows people that needs garage doors. I'll get my references through him. I had it all mapped out. And Kay's like, yeah, go for it. I got your back. Cool. Right. But I'm like, all right, let me update my resume. Let me throw this out there. Michael Carr picks up my resume off Indeed.
Right.
Knew my pop. And Carr is funny with this story because he said he saw my resume. He looks at the name. Like, no, couldn't be. This has got to be some other dude. But he calls me and I come in for the interview. He was out on a service call. He walks in. He walks through the door in the office. I'm sitting there. I'm talking to Cindy. And he's like, there he is. Stand up. Take your hat off. It's like, yep, that's Calvin Diggs.
And your father was Calvin?
My father's name is Calvin Diggs Sr.
Okay.
I'm Calvin Diggs Jr.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. Yep.
Well, one of the things I always ask myself is, and I want to ask you, how can you convince your younger self to go a different path? So if you had a time machine and you went back, if I went back to when I was 18, I would have punched myself in the face and be like, get the fuck out of my face, dude. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm not listening to you. Like, how can you convince yourself? Because when we're 18, 19, 20, 21, we think we got the world by the balls.
Yeah.
You know, we got the whole rest of our lives ahead of us. We know what we're doing. And we actually don't.
No clue.
No clue. And I always sit there and I'm like, man, how would I go back and convince myself to follow my instruction? Because if somebody went back and they're like, I would just put the Powerball ticket down and call it a day.
Right.
Then you become Biff Tannen from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Right. And you're nasty. You you get your wife fake boobies, like all good. But if you're still a dick, that money doesn't mean anything.
Not a thing.
Not a thing. How can you, like, even if I went back to the future or back to the past,
right?
Can't even say future because you're old as fuck. So if I went back to the past and I sat there and I saw Calvin Diggs walking around the streets of, what was it? Uptown,
West Oak Lane.
West Oak Lane. If I walked down West Oak Lane, I would have to have a mask on, but I would have to walk down during that time and say, hey, Cal, you're going to be a garage door guy. But here's what I want you to do. How could I convince you?
You couldn't.
At the time, right?
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing in my brain because I know I would never be able to convince myself.
No, absolutely.
You could be the best salesman out there. You cannot convince our old selves what we're going to deal with or what we're going to be up against. And this is what God does to us.
Crazy, right?
Hey, dude, anything on this? Because it hurts so much that I try to sell myself in the past. And I sit there and I have a back and forth. I take my older self, I take my younger self, and I'm like, oh, yo, here's what you're gonna do. And my younger self's like, Yeah, all right, dude.
Right.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.
No. My older self's like, damn, dude, what could you do to possibly change your mindset?
Again, nothing. So I've had this conversation with many different people,
Mm,
and just regarding my own self,
mm.
because I've done that quite a few times in my own head. Oh man, if I only knew, you know, what the potential was. Like I wouldn't have fought so hard against my father to run away from that business. Like right, dude. It'd be Diggs doors of Pennsylvania at this point, right? I would have
Yeah.
the whole tri-state area. Like I'd have 30 trucks, and but you don't know if that's the case or not,
No.
right? But then what you do is you look at the now and you say, if I went back to when I was 23 and I said, all right, so instead of going and hanging out with your boys tonight or today, why don't you go to your pop and say, Pop, look, I want to work with you today.
Mm.
And then you get more serious about it. That's going to take you down a different path towards whatever successes that timeline would bring. But then the question is, who do you drop off in the current timeline?
It's a tough one.
Are me and Kay together? Do we
Yeah.
even meet? Right? Do I have the successes that I have now? Am I in the house that I'm in? Do I have the neighbors I have? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
all of these things kind of come to mind at that point.
Mm.
Jay-Z says, you don't live with regrets.
Are we allowed to like Jay-Z anymore?
You can like Jay-Z if you want to.
Well, I mean, he's Diddy
yeah.
guy.
I'm not going there.
All right.
I mean, I can go there.
Well, no, you just don't want to go against your people. I got you.
No,
Hey, hold on. I'm sorry. Our people.
listen, I could give a rat's ass about Diddy, okay?
Thank you, TikTok, for allowing me to be black.
The locks told me everything I needed to know about Diddy, all right?
The locks.
Go back and listen to that first album
Yeah.
after they left Bad
You
Boy,
say I'm
dude.
silly as fuck.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you people don't even know. People don't even know. That's what I'm saying. This conversation can go so many different ways.
Get back on track.
I'm sorry. Okay. So, again, you want to look at where you are, right? To your level of satisfaction. And in this present timeline, there's not too much more I could ask for. Though my path has had its ups and downs and difficulties and questions and whatever that came with it, I made it through. I'm still here and I'm happy, right? Going back and trying to change one little thing doesn't mean that you're going to be completely satisfied and happy in that timeline. So,
you ever watched The Butterfly Effect? That movie?
yes, I can't reference it too much because it's been a minute.
Ashton Kutcher,
Mm-hmm.
one little change that he wanted to do
Yes.
altered his entire universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one time the girl that he loved turned into a drug addict.
Yeah.
And then the other time the girl turned into like having nosebleeds or something like that. And then, the one time that she was with the guy. So like if you change
Mm-hmm.
one thing of what you were doing, how like does that butterfly effect in the entire existence? So that's why I always ask, I'm like, yeah, we would all love to go give ourselves the winning Powerball
Absolutely.
tickets, or we would love to go give ourselves the winning numbers of this and that. But we would never be able to convince ourselves to even if we went back with the actual Powerball numbers and I slid it over to my former self
Mm-hmm.
when I was younger, I'd be like, yeah, all right, dude, that's dog shit.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
Right.
And you sit there and you're like, how can you convince yourself to be better?
Mhm.
But instead of worrying about the past, we have to worry about the future. And we always have to make drastic decisions
Mhm.
when we're in our early 40s, later 50s.
40s.
Yeah.
40s.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I
Mhm.
forgot you're old.
Yeah.
But yes, but we still have to make drastic changes.
Indeed.
And when you make these changes, do you think that it was wise to hire anybody to look at your finances? Do you think it's something that is worth somebody who, works for corporate America, has the benefits, has the 401k? Like, do they need to worry about anything?
Um, this is life. There's always worry.
Always.
You know what I
If you
mean?
ain't worrying, you don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's always worry. There's always the unknown
Mm,
based on your decisions,
yes.
right? Um, but again, like you have to trust that you're at the time you're making the correct decision for yourself, and then you have to see how things play out. Um, Now, of course, you're playing the game along with it, right? You don't just make it make I take option A and then
Right.
just sit back and let everything happen. Like no, you still have to be interactive with it and adjust accordingly.
Mm.
Um, but this is life, man. Like you roll with the punches, and just to because we're movie quote guys, right? Even though this isn't a movie, it's a series. I'm a Star Wars dude.
No, we're a movie. Okay.
The Acolyte. So God says, and this stuck with me, man. Oh my God, this stuck with me. History are lessons as long as you don't meditate on the past.
That hurts. Meditate on the past every morning. Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, you sit there and you think about the past and it hinders you. And a lot of people, it has a weight on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Dude,
you can't give in to it. See, that's
no.
that's the thing.
Well, meditate on it, give into it, like no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
If you carry that weight, you're walking around with 10 pounds on your back.
Oh yeah,
That's a hard day.
yeah, it is.
Just sitting there thinking about, oh, what happened in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Damn the past. Bro, what's happening today?
Right.
I don't even remember what happened yesterday. My wife's like, oh, do you remember we talked about this? I'm like, shit, I don't remember that.
Oh, it happens to you too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, Kay. I mean, Kay, we listen,
We do listen.
but we appreciate you. What's for dinner? Catch you in the morning. It's hard to carry weight.
Yes.
It's hard to work for somebody. It's hard to go about it with corporate America, working on your own, being a business owner, anything
Mm-hmm.
you go about. It is always hard.
Right.
Because life happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always tell you guys, like, dude, if you're late every once in a while, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
If it's habitual, it's a problem.
Right.
Because, dude, there are sometimes we have to turn around and take a shit.
Mm-hmm.
There are sometimes we have to turn around and be like, make sure the wife is okay, or make sure the kids are okay, or damn it, make sure we're okay.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about us.
But us.
But I don't even think I care about myself anymore. I started realizing this, like when the kids came and the wife came, and I stopped caring. I stopped caring about myself.
Mm.
And then you get on a plane and you go somewhere, and they're like, "Put your mask on first."
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I don't know.
Why?
I got 2 kids and a wife here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to do?
Right.
Well, put your fucking mask on first. And I keep trying to live my life like this, and I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit there and continue to keep putting their mask on for them. And my wife is the same thing. She wakes up and she's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm not doing good today." She goes, "I'm gonna go. You deal with that. Get right,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll see you in a minute."
Right.
I'm like, "All right. Can I start putting my mask on?"
Mm-hmm.
You try,
Mm-hmm.
and it just doesn't work.
Right.
Whether you have a family or you don't, or you just have a wife, or everything that you're doing, we always tend to forget about ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what.
Right.
But what you're doing, the legacy of your father,
Mm-hmm.
your mother, your sister,
Mm-hmm.
Kay, everything that you're doing, you're having an amazing life.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. Um, there are a lot of other people who can't handle.
Mm-hmm.
They can't handle the loss,
Mm-hmm.
or they can't handle taking over dad's legacy, or they can't handle, mom passing,
Mm-hmm.
dad passing. How can you help people?
Mm.
Because you're the calmest motherfucker I've ever met. You're literally. I call you Zoloft to Mad, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go meet Zoloft," and she's like, "What the hell does that mean?" I was like, "I'm having a bad morning. I gotta go meet Cal." She's like, "Why the hell you call him Zoloft?" I'm like, "Motherfucker calms me down." I'm like, he's just one of those guys that has a way to talk,
Mm-hmm.
and he will listen if I have something going on, or if there's something going on with you, and I would sit there and I would reciprocate
Mm-hmm.
as much as I could.
Right.
But Zoloft, you have a way, and you have a knack.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of loss, a lot of bad feelings.
Mm-hmm.
How can we inspire upcoming entrepreneurs, upcoming workers to be like you?
It's difficult. You got to have a lot of quiet conversations with yourself. And I mean like serious conversations.
This shit's loud.
Oh, dude. Yes,
Inside,
really,
I'm like,
really,
what is he talking about?
really. No, so I go back to the age of 13. I was working with middle school age kids.
Mm.
It was a program at the church I was at, Zion Baptist Church. It was called a peer leadership group. So basically it was teens from the age of 13 to 15 acting as peer leaders to fourth, fifth, and sixth graders, teaching them about life, what to expect when you get, into your teenage years and you get in high school and all that kind of thing. The one lesson that I absolutely loved, not just learning it myself, but teaching it, was empathy.
Mm.
How to have empathy, not sympathy, but empathy.
Yeah.
The ability to actually recognize the situation that somebody is in. Put yourself in that position and feel what they're feeling or could possibly be feeling. And how do you help them through that, right? As calmly as possible. A lot of who I am goes off of those lessons that I had when I was teaching at 13, 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then learning it myself. Applying it in life was a lot more difficult. But as I got older, I would ask myself these questions again with these conversations in my head. Okay, this whatever just happened is horrible. I'm pissed. I can't understand why this happened to me. And all I want to do is yell and wrap my hands around somebody's throat, right? But you have to ask yourself, what good is that going to bring you?
Right.
Right. What are the results of you going after your first instinct?
So, like, what did my parents and your parents say? Or no, my parents and your parent, or you as a parent, you would say, do as I say, not as I do. Right?
I hate that. Yes.
It's hard because we say things, and even to like your niece and nephew and me to my kids, I sit there and I tell them, like, you got to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, I'm not relaxed.
Right.
Like, I can't calm down. How am I going to give them advice? And I broke down the other night telling my wife, I'm like, how can I tell my kid to do something that I can't do? Like, am I a hypocrite or am I a piece of shit? Like, I can't be a father? I'm not strong enough? Am I not 300 here? You know, like, you get to that point.
Right.
That had to be the feeling when you were teaching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at 13, 14, 15 years old, dude, like, that wasn't what I was living. That wasn't what I was living at all. Right? It couldn't have been further from the truth.
You're sitting there rolling.
Dude, like, oh, man.
You're
Yep.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got a problem? Yeah. All right, I got you, motherfucker.
Sipping on Miller Nips and everything.
Yeah.
13,
the nips.
13, 14, 15.
Holy shit. Calvin, you had that much money to afford the nips.
Oh, no, it was a group effort.
Oh, okay.
It was a group effort.
Yeah.
You know, we rolled in packs, bro.
That's awesome.
So, okay. So, kind of getting back to what I was teaching at 13, 14, 15, right? Me coming up. So my father, my mother were heavy in the church. My father was a deacon. My mother was a deaconess. My father at one point in time was chairman of the deacon board.
Is that what they call them? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Deaconess?
Deaconess?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Dig it.
So
it's like a Harris.
Exactly. Harris.
Is that
the H is silent.
Harris?
Yes.
Okay. I only know Hair the dog, so you're good.
You. So, I would tell people I literally grew up on like both sides of the tracks. So my parents, were the churchgoers, right? And all my friends, their parents, I'll just say they didn't go to church as often as my parents did. So, you know, Friday night, Saturday night, my friends' parents are partying and drinking and having fun. My parents are at church. They would make me come to church with them. And all I wanted to do was hang out with my friends, right? And at the time, I really didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that because I wanted to be out with my homies doing what they doing, right? Church is boring, man. Like, I don't want to be here. Like,
They wanted to hear that homily.
No, but the people I talked to at church and the conversations that I had with people brought me up a certain way, right? So they're looking at me like, oh, he's a scholar. You know, oh, this guy's going to be great. He's going to be the next, this guy could be president of the United States. I could have beat Barack.
Yeah. You could have said any other fucking president, but it had to be Barack, you black motherfucker.
Well, listen, I could have been the first, man. Get that through your head.
Yeah, but you're
Barack, I love you, Chief.
Yeah, you're old as fuck.
But at that point in time, 13, 14, 15, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be out in the street,
Like,
right?
yeah.
I mean, some of my homies are out there, they making money,
Mm.
you know? Menace Society was real, dude. Boys in the Hood was real, bro. Like, that was real. It wasn't South Central real for us because we was in Philly, but it was real. And
Well, you didn't have to be in South Central. You could have
Well,
watched
no.
The Wire and enjoyed it.
West Oak Lane was nothing like South Central, believe me. And The Wire wasn't out at that time. So, but I wanted to be on that side,
right.
because they were the cool kids.
Mm.
Their parents were a whole lot closer in age to them than my parents were.
Right.
People thought I lived with my grandparents. Yeah, my parents didn't have me until their 30s. Right.
Now, I was going to say, was your pops like the guy from Baby Boy? The dude who was cooking eggs
No.
naked?
No.
And he was like, I already been through all of it, Don.
No.
Yeah, I've been through all this shit. You want some eggs? And he drank all the Kool-Aid.
No.
And then he beats his ass.
He was that calm a lot. But yeah, no, not nothing like Ving Rhames and Big Boy. No. Nothing like that, dude.
I told him.
No, my pop had a quiet inner strength that actually was shown, not told.
Yeah, that's a scary shit.
Yeah.
See, that's more scarier than a big mother humper just screaming his head off. I look at them, I'm like, yeah, you had nothing on my pops.
Yeah. So it's like, if I do something wrong, right? I come home, my mom finds out, and she's like, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know why you did that. Blah, 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 blah.
You better run.
Right? And it was...
I can see you getting your ass beat.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't get beatings, man.
Nah?
No. I got a beating one time when I was like 12.
Put your hands on your mother.
No.
All right.
I went off the block without telling them.
Oh.
I went over to a buddy's house who lived like 2 blocks up the street.
Okay.
I didn't say anything. They came and I went.
Yeah.
They were looking for me.
Oh.
There was no cell phones. People.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're out there looking for me, and none of my friends, I didn't tell none of my friends where I was going. It's like 8:00 at night. My boy's pop brings me home, and Lorene's on the step like, oh, motherfucker, you gonna get it. You gonna get
it. Your sister probably beat your ass before you even got in the door.
And my mother reluctantly beat me.
Oh, shit. You didn't even get it from the pop.
No.
Oh, yeah, you didn't get that.
My pop never had to, it never got to that point. What I didn't realize, I've realized it now as an older man, but what I didn't realize then, the fear and respect I had for my father and disappointing him was more scary to me than anything. Like him laying a hand on me or whatever.
Right.
This man, when I was on a job site with him, would call me everything other than
son.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about the P word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like, because when we were on the job was the most important thing to him. Getting that job done, getting it done correctly, and getting it done with nobody getting hurt. So if you're doing something that's dumb, he's going to tell you, dude, you're an idiot.
So does that translate into how you train people when you're on a job site? Like, do you treat them the way your father treated you?
No.
Okay.
No.
That I was going to say, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's how I was taught. That's how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
We were raised on the Brady Bunch, bro. Like, we were.
the difference is with my pop and how he trained me to do garage doors. Like, I lived with this man. So he could be pissed during the day, but 6:00 at night, he's in this chair and I'm on the couch and he's like, look, man, when we out on these job sites, I need you to understand this is what needs to be done. And no, this is a business, dude. I'm making money. And I'm going to be rough on you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be tough on you, but it needs to come from me, not anybody else. Because if you don't work for me and you're out there and you're working for somebody else, you need to be able to take that. You need to be able to, you know, take whatever they're giving to you, process it, and be able to respond accordingly. Not react, not get pissed.
He made you coachable.
Yeah.
It's a dying trait
Mhm.
in fathers today,
Mhm.
I would say.
Yeah.
That they're not making their kids coachable.
Mhm.
They want another man
Mm.
to coach their kid,
Mhm.
and they don't want to do it.
No.
And it's like, seriously?
For the longest time, I had a lot of resentment towards my father.
Ugh.
And the reason was because I would look at those moments, not the moment with me and him talking on the couch,
Mm.
but those moments on the job site where he was pissed and he was angry and he's, oh, come on, man, you're an idiot. Oh, what are you, stupid? Like,
Yeah.
I would keep referring back to that, right?
Right.
But again, as I got older and I really started to introspectively look at those moments that he and I shared, I realized more what he was preparing me for,
Mm.
which makes what I do now that much more satisfying.
Right.
When I show up to a customer's house, I make contact with the customer, right? Fill them out. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Listen to what the problem is with their door. And then I go in and then it's me and my pop.
Yeah.
And everything that I'm doing while I'm in that garage,
And your pop's with you.
he's right there, dude. And I'm talking to him. I'm listening to him. Pop, that look good to you? Yeah, I know it look good to me too, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I love it.
Yeah, and I guess the saddest part for me now is he's not physically here.
Right. You can't have that one conversation
Exactly.
when you have a problem
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, yo, it's like the scene in Top Gun when he's like, talk to me, Goose.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Goose.
Exactly. Exactly.
And he's sitting there and he's going through the dogfight and he's like, he needs his boy.
Yeah.
He needs his man.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that you sat there and said you didn't realize a lot of the things that our fathers have done to us, breaking our balls or turning us into men.
Mm.
And I'll just sum it up and turn us into men. I'm not
Mhm.
going to go into specifics of what they did.
Right.
But turning us into men, there might be not a time that we can appreciate and thank them for that.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And, we get to a point where there are a lot of people who are like, oh, yo, my dad racked me in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, motherfucker, you deserved it.
Right.
What, like, so it's like a reverse whisper down the lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whisper down the lane, you get one part of the story and you just don't know what's going on. But in the reverse effect with the fathers, their fathers came down as men who built this country, and they wrapped their kid on the beak. Next one, wrapped their kid on the beak. Next one, all right, maybe it's words. Next one, maybe it's showing them. You have no idea.
Right.
But what they're doing is they're doing the best that they think they know.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't know, or maybe we don't know.
Right.
But I know that wholeheartedly, my kid ain't going to be some piece of shit. They're going to learn the value of $1 or look, tough love, bro.
Right.
Like, I'll act like you just did fucking heroin and you're gone. But I want to teach you to be a man. I want to teach you to be a woman. I want to teach you to, like, my daughter, for one, you are going to learn that if a man disrespects you, they're gone.
Right.
Not a shot. Because I treat your mother with respect and I show you that I treat her with respect.
Right.
And I'm going to show my son how to treat a woman in the eyes of his mother.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to go.
Right.
And, you know, maybe the whisper down the lane or the reverse effect, and maybe I'm doing wrong. We're not going to know until they're 20, 30?
Yeah.
Even, you know what? I even give it 30 because sometimes we still don't even know in our 20s what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We still think fun's fun.
Right.
We don't know that.
When's the cutoff?
Exactly.
Is it 25? Is it 26?
And me and you joke that, you know, anybody under 39 was a bad employee. And that was because, like, I worked my ass off, you worked your ass off, and we both worked together.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to build something together.
Right.
And anybody under 39 just was not cutting it for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had a 36-year-old, we had I think a 26-year-old.
Yeah.
I think we had a 20-year-old.
20-year-old, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we went through a whole rocky part, but man, I'll tell you, I could not be more thankful of what my father put me through.
Mm-hmm.
And they say God breaks you to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And I just talked about it on that our last podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty cool. It's like God's going to break you to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And if that was God's way of putting my father to me, to break me, to get to the next level of being a man,
Mm-hmm.
I love that motherfucker to death. And that's it.
Yeah.
I don't care what else he did.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a man goes their own way.
Mm-hmm.
But what he taught me, manners, being a man, how to use a tool,
Right.
working with my hands. He didn't punish me in my room.
Mm-hmm.
No, motherfucker, he rake the leaves,
Yeah.
shovel the snow, clean up.
Right.
There was no sitting in your room. Are you kidding me? You got a day off?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So I appreciate those types of parents.
Right.
And sometimes I get real nervous when, you know, we have conversations with other people and they're like, oh yeah, we don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I will correct my kids through your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll correct your kids through my kids.
Mm.
And I'll scream at my kid and be like, you are not to do this. And they're all like, all right, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other kids are like, go get it. And they're like, nope.
Yeah. Right.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
You go get it.
Right. like to those. Oh boy. Okay. I don't want to get in trouble for this, but to those parents who say, oh no, I don't do that with my kids. Right. Look at today's society with these young folk and ask yourself,
Such an old man thing to say, but go ahead.
how'd that timeout thing work for you?
Yeah.
How'd that really work for you? Right.
Yeah.
Because instead of actually reprimanding your child for something that they did wrong at that point in time, not necessarily by physical harm, but even to sort of berate them and break them down mentally so that they understand why what they did was wrong.
Right.
And to be accountable for it. To just say, go to your room and leave it at that. And then 10 minutes later, it's like nothing ever happened. When you look at some of the young people in this generation now, in this society, they do things with no thought of accountability. They do things with no thought of repercussion. Time out.
Yeah.
But now, instead of going to your room, you're in a 4x4 or whatever size jail cells are.
With a pad and a TV and a phone
Right.
and all your toys.
Right.
Hey, you got
Yeah.
all that. I have never, well, I shouldn't say never. I did it once. I never laid hands on my kids.
Mhm.
And I tried to hit Landon's butt one time,
Mm.
and his diaper shifted, and I hit bare ass.
Mm.
And I was like, oh man. I was like, that must have hurt.
Mm.
I've never done it again. I've never raised hands to them unless we're beating the shit out of each other, and that's always fun.
Mm.
You know, you could just beat the shit out of your kids in a fun way,
Right.
and not in a nasty way. But my voice gets so deep,
Mhm.
so they understand the difference.
Yeah.
And I explained this to them. I said, when Daddy's voice goes deep, I said it's a immediate stop and
Right.
listen for direction.
Right.
Because one, if I play with them and they hear my voice and they're crossing the street and a car's coming and I say, hey, and they're like, Daddy's just being daddy.
Right.
No,
Mhm.
when you hear my voice and I scream, Landon,
Mhm.
he stops.
Yeah.
Listens for direction. Back up.
Mhm.
And he gets it. I needed that to be real because he could be down the street.
Mhm.
He could be in a store. He could be across the field.
Right.
As soon as he hears my voice. My dad had that same whistle.
Mhm.
And it's funny because me and my brother, we hear this whistle and we're like,
Yeah.
where's he at?
Mhm.
Where's he at? He needs something. He needs something. He needs
Right.
something. We're going.
Right.
And we go right to him.
Mhm.
My brother's 46. I'm 40.
Yeah.
And we're still listening to that whistle.
Right. It's ingrained, man.
And he's 60, he's 62 years old. And he's like, and we're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
we're good. All right, Father, we're
Right.
coming.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It's ingrained, man.
Yeah. And, you know, you get to that point where you have fun with it. You go a different path,
Mhm.
right? Your sister, your mother, your father, your wife, more importantly,
Mhm.
all steered you to where you wanted to be.
Mhm.
Your father gave you the start.
Right.
You were like,
Mhm.
adolescent type shit.
Mhm.
Get it out of here.
Yep.
What's the last thing you want to sign off on to young Calvin coming up?
Mm.
Somebody.
Um.
And talk about a financial advisor if you want to. Like, do you want to give, like, I want a final thought. Like, what gets you to where you want to be? Your path.
You know the saying, "Stay true to yourself."
Mm.
It's not just a saying. We live, especially now. We live our lives being impressionable, right? By everything that we see, everything we experience, people that we meet, basketball players you see on TV, rap artists, country singers, whoever it is that you quote unquote look up to, right? And you kind of formulate an idea of, I want to be like that person.
Mm.
I want to be like that person. I want to be like that person. You never really ask yourself who it is that you really want to be. So you spend a good portion of your life chasing a dream that you may or may not be able to accomplish, but this is somebody else's dream that you see the finished result, but you don't understand their path, right? So you can say, well, I want to play in the NBA, right? You got the skills, you got the size and all that kind of stuff, but you don't really know at that point in time when you're watching, let's say LeBron, right? When the NBA finals, well, it's been a while, but when the NBA finals, right?
You got a hater here. So go ahead.
Jordan's the GOAT.
Yeah, my man. Kobe, it's my guy.
Hey, 1A, Kobe. Okay. It took me a while. It took me a while. I'm there.
All right.
1A, but
All right.
Mike's the GOAT. I digress.
Old fuck.
But that path that LeBron had, like, do you really want to walk that path? Do you really want to go through the difficulties that he's had to deal with, whatever they may be? Method Man was my favorite Wu-Tang artist.
Damn.
Still is. Love Method Man. They called me Cal in college, which is like Meth's nickname.
Yeah.
Well, and my name is Calvin, so it's a play on the name.
ODB would have been your guy. But go ahead.
Nah, not necessarily. I watched the Wu-Tang documentary, and he's talking about his story, dude. Like how he came, like the things he had to go through, and what he's dealing with, like why he smokes, like what the things that he deals with, man. Like when I look at that, and I look at him, and I love the lyrics, I love him performing, and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, damn, man, yeah, I would love to do that, but did I really want to walk in his path? Staying true to yourself means no matter what is going on around you, no matter who it is that you idolize or look up to, or what it is that you think that you want to do because somebody else is doing it, if there comes a point in time where it seems like things are too difficult, stay true to it if that's what you really, really want. That way you can work your way through anything.
Right.
If that's your ultimate goal. But if you hit one roadblock and you're like, I got a detour, that wasn't the path for you anyway.
The universe has a way of pushing you off.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Calvin, I want to thank you so much for being on this show.
You're welcome, man.
It was a pleasure getting to dive deeper into your realm and how you do things.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. One last piece of advice. Give it one clip that you would leave.
You're welcome, by the way. And this was an honor and pleasure for me as well. There's more meat on the bone.
Yes.
To come later. But one nugget, I guess I would leave with everybody, is no matter what, you got to strut.
Sherman Klump.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it.
There you go.
I love it. Got to strut.
Got to strut. Okay, no, seriously. No, man, listen. Always remain true to who you are and who it is that you actually want to be. Your path is your path. It's your path to walk, but not walk alone. Utilize the people who are in your life. We talk about, giving people flowers when they're here. Definitely do that. But use these people while they're here. Because once they're gone, all you're doing is just reliving moments and not creating any new.
Right.
So if, your parents are in your life and they're helping you, like, utilize them, lean on them. Don't abuse them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But utilize that. If you got a good friend who, when everybody else is telling you yes, he's the one that's telling you no, stick to that no dude.
See, I like what you said when you just said you don't have to walk alone.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that doesn't want to walk with you, get them the fuck out of your life.
Seriously.
Get them out.
Seriously.
And if they are holding you back and they're trying to walk with you, but yet they're holding you back, get rid of them.
Indeed.
You're done.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And like the last thing I just said, like if 8 people are telling you yes and that one dude is telling you no, stick to the no dude. The reason I'm not a hustler right now is because the hustlers that I knew told me, you're not a hustler.
You're not for this game.
You're not for this game, bro. We know your parents. We know who you are. We know what they are. Get back in your lane, man.
Yeah. We'll
leave.
take care of you. We'll look after you.
Exactly.
But you're just not cut out for this.
Indeed.
Ugh. Calvin Diggs, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Young Junk. Great episode. Great studio. Still,
Yes.
Dylan, one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. I'm
Dylan,
glad
my man.
you are my number 3 favorite person in this world other than Calvin. But I appreciate you guys. Hey, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. My daughter tells me I have to get 1 million subscribers by the end of the year. That's a goal that she wants me to set because she wants the silver plaque. I don't know what that means. I'm excited to hear all about it. I got to research a little bit more, but like and subscribe. 1 million subscribers. If that's a possibility to a path to get her a plaque, then awesome.
Let's do it.
You know what? I dig it.
Let's get it done.
Thank you so much. Young Junk. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. See you next episode. Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Young John.